for my senior thesis project. I knew I wanted to work big. Now, a lot of the ideas, a lot of the things I'm really interested in they're kind of complicated for sculpture because, you know, I'm really interested in science, kind of evolution, nature, animals, like all these things, and it gets a little tricky because you can fall into becoming too literal with your message. You know, was trying not to overthink things, you know, trying to be more like the animals and you know, be in the moment and just live. I went back to the basics, the rawness of it, the shape, the composition, you know, line, all that kind of stuff. So I started abstractly. Once I came up with the shape, I started trying different animals to see what would kind of happen when the animals went into that. And once I started putting that giraffe in there, I knew there was something going on there that was really interesting. I did more detailed drawings. I started doing large drawings. I did maquettes and really started to see there was something to the pose. Different moods I'm capturing. There's the awkwardness, there's vulnerability, but then also there's grace and beauty. I hadn't really figured it all out yet at the time, so I just wanted to keep going with it. I felt pretty confident about this shape, this idea, this kind of abstract idea. It was important that I didn't look at, you know, the giraffe too closely at this point. When you look at nature sometimes in anatomy, it can tend to tighten up and you kind of lose that basic abstraction that you started with. So it was important for me not to look at them at first. Really try to make sure I have my shape down and I like it. And then it was important for me now to go back and start studying the animal, because it's important for the animal to feel lifelike and, you know, exaggerate the muscles and everything, because that's what really makes people passionate to it. Zarafa is Arabic. It's the first word to mean giraffe. It means assemblage, as an assemblage of different animal parts, which I thought was added to the poetry of the piece. Making it like a quarter life size, not exactly life size, adds to the drama. It's like new into the world and seeing all this. The height I put it at, the way that the base is so small, it all adds to the tension and to the emotion of the piece. We weren't really sure where we were going to be able to put this thing. We weren't sure if it was going to fit in the gallery at the school. Somebody mentioned the foyer, and it's a really unique space because it's nice and small. And when you put a sculpture in a smaller space, it makes it feel bigger, and that's kind of what I wanted for this piece. Also, another bonus was there's an above where you can look down at it. Because every time I'm working on the ladder, looking down at the spiraling of the neck, I just wish people could see that. It's a hard space to get because the founder has a sculpture there. I heard that they never moved a sculpture for a student. Not only did we actually move the founder's sculpture out, but we moved all the faculty work out too. Then all the other seniors came in and took over that whole space. Yeah, I just think we should re-examine where we are and where we're going and what's the future. Everything that lives on this planet, especially that was there before us, I mean, it's all part of a whole. When I use the animals such as the giraffe, I can show you something that's not done in nature, and it makes you kind of look again. It makes you try to figure out like what's going on. A lot of people seem to relate to the pose like it's very vulnerable, but it's very strong at the same time. They feel like they want to step in and try to help it, like it's hurt, like we should do something. We don't really know how animals think or how they feel. So it's totally a human thing that we're putting into that. But I mean, it doesn't really matter because, you know, I'm communicating to humans and not to animals.